Well, thank you all for jumping on the call today. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to learn about electric mirror. Hopefully, I could show you why electric mirror is the leader in the industry as far as lighted mirrors go. I know some challenges out there in selling electric mirrors, so I want to bring those up and kind of how to battle those in the future here. So, really, we're just going to go through. There is a new price book. You should have gotten the new price book already. If you haven't, then we can get that to you just as soon as possible, as soon as we can get back out there on the road, hopefully sooner rather than later. Okay. And then also we do have a PDF copy, and that's what I'm going through right now. I can send this out to you if it's better to work off this at home or in the office too. If you need this, just let us know. We could send this over to you. So I'm starting here on page 18 in the book. Basically, there's 4 different types of electric mirrors. There's different styles as well, but basically 4 different types of lighted mirror. The first type here is called basically the integrity version. So that is where the lighting is inset from the edge of the mirror. This is going to be good for doing makeup. It's going to give you a lot of light on your face and light up your body. One thing to keep in mind, though, an LED does only send light in one direction. So the reason I bring that up with this mirror is if they're doing makeup, the closer that you get, so that LED light is going to be sending light directly out from that mirror. So the closer you get to that mirror, the darker your face is going to look. Now, it's still going to be lit up. It's not going to be dark, but it is going to, the LED light at that point will be going by your face. And I bring that up for a reason to get to the mirror we got on the next page here. If you have any questions along the way, please just jump in, ask. You can always type it in the chat box. Hopefully Carla can let me know any questions you have. The next one right there is called our silhouette. Basically, that's where frosting is all the way to the edge of the mirror. What you need to know about this mirror, it is a dual illumination mirror. And what we mean by that is it's 65% backlighting, 35% front forward facing lighting. So what that means is most of that lighting on that mirror is actually going to be against the wall. Only 35% is actually going to be front forward facing. And the reason I bring that up is because this is the #1 spec in hotels. And this is a mirror that people will come in and ask for specifically because they saw it in a hotel and they loved how it lit up. They thought it was super bright, and they did their makeup in it, and it's great for doing makeup. Now, these are things that we hear. You do need to bring up to your customer that it is mostly a backlit light. So if they don't have much lighting in the room already, then that could be an issue. It's not going to be as bright as they really think it is. It's not going to light them up as much as an integrity mirror would. That they may think that after staying in a hotel. What's going on in the hotel is they've got can lighting in the room, and the room is very bright, so that's bouncing off the mirror and hitting them in the face and making it look like that mirror is super bright. It's not. So that's why that needs to be brought up. Now, if they just like the look of the mirror and they're not doing makeup in the mirror, and then it doesn't matter. But if they do bring up makeup, or if you talk to them about it, make sure they do have good can lighting in the room with that mirror. And then the next one is called the Serenity. Serenity is backlit only. This is a mirror we want you to look at for more than just a bathroom. This is for mud rooms, for hallways, for entryways, different areas in the house where they can add a mirror. Just have a nice mirror with a nice little accent backlighting on it would look cool in a room. So just keep that in mind. For more than just the bathroom, you can look at electric mirror. Then the last mirror here is called Radiance. So Radiance was actually manufactured for Nordstrom's. Nordstrom's has a product called glitter on their makeup counters. I don't know if you all have ever seen it before, but Electric Mirror actually made those boxes. They're boxes that's good for doing makeup in. So what the difference in this, and you all have one of these in your showroom, so you know, it lights you up, it lights your face up the best out of any of them. If makeup is the #1 thing, this is definitely a mirror to talk to them about. So the reason why, again, LED lighting is only sent in one direction. This is at a 45-degree angle on the frame itself. So all that lighting is being sent towards the middle of the mirror, or towards the middle of your face. So this is going to light you up the most. It's going to be the best for doing makeup. Now, one thing we're going to bring up here, you guys have the brushed silver frame in your showroom. They did just add a matte black frame to that as well, which I'll show you when we get to the products section here. Mirror glass technology, just keep in mind, I mean, there are tons of knockoff mirrors out there. I get it. I see them all over the place. Listen, if you guys wanted to make a knockoff mirror, all you had to do is go, hey, I like this mirror, call over to a factory in China, tell them you're going to order 300 of them, they'll get you a price. You can make your own mirrors over there. You can do it. Anybody can do it. The difference is electric mirror has been doing this the longest. They were the first in the industry with lighted mirrors. They don't use any reclaimed glass. All of their glass is pure. It's not reclaimed. Reclaimed glass is what is sent over to China to make those inexpensive mirrors. And basically what reclaimed glass is, every time an electric mirror makes a custom mirror, it takes them about 4 or 5 mirrors to actually make a custom, because there's so many steps to go through and quality control, and it chips or there's a bubble in the mirror or whatever it is. All that extra glass gets broken down, it gets ground up, and then that's sent over to China. They sell it over in China for those guys to make their own mirrors. So that's what you're getting over there. And the reason why that matters is because when you do reclaim the glass, you don't know where that metal content in the glass is. When you make it pure, you know where that metal content is. None of it is actually touching the outside of the glass. And I'm not telling you that if they do buy those knockoff mirrors, they're going to have issues. I can't say that they will have issues, but I can tell you that they don't know if they're going to have issues or not. Whereas we know we're not going to have an issue. If any of that metal content that's in that glass is exposed to the outer edge of the glass itself, if any kind of moisture gets on there, which in a bathroom, it's going to get moisture right away. If you spit on that glass and that metal content is there, you're going to get that rusting or discolorization that you see down there at the bottom right. So just keep that in mind when you're talking to your customers. Yeah, you can buy a reclaimed glass mirror for a lot less money, but you get what you pay for. The next thing that we got to talk about is the types of glass, the different tinting of the glass, if you will, for the TV mirrors. So the bottom picture there that you see on the left-hand side of the page, that's the B series. B series used to be only commercial. We used to just do this on hospitality projects. People don't care if you see a black spot there whenever the light's off. Seemed like in the residential side, they didn't want to see a black spot there. They wanted to, just it still be reflective, even when the TV's off. But what's happening is all these white on white bathrooms that people are making, these white freestanding tubs, white countertops, it's really making that bathroom very reflective. And so B series has actually come up a lot of times where if you talk to a customer and they say that TV quality is their number one important thing for a TV in their bathroom, you may want to talk to them about B series. Just mention to them, there's going to be a black spot there whenever the mirror is, or whenever the TV is off, but the picture quality is going to be the best. There's no reflective covering in the front of that. So the picture quality is going to be the best, but there is going to be a black spot. Now the next one up there is called Spectrum, or almost vanishing glass, AB glass. This is what comes standard on the residential TV mirrors. This is where the TV is on. You see the TV. When the TV is off, you see a reflective spot of where the TV was. It's a little bit darker, but you don't see a black spot there. So you do see where the TV was. It's still reflective, not enough to do makeup in, but you could definitely tie a tie or something like that. So, but you are going to get a little glare from that because it is a reflective piece of glass in front of a TV. So you will get a little bit of a glare, but a lot of people don't really care about the little bit of glare. They have it on just to have the noise on and maybe watch a little bit, but TV quality is not the most important thing. It's just really just having a TV for the bathroom. That next glass that they have up there is called iris glass or vanishing glass, V glass. This is on our TV covers, the Eclipse TV covers that we're going to go over later, and then also on the Savi smart mirror. This is the glass it's made out of. Now, what you got to know about this is it is a little bit of a darker tint. Now, when you see them in person, you wouldn't know. I mean, if you didn't see it next to another piece of glass, you wouldn't know. You would just think it's a regular piece of a regular mirror. You wouldn't know it's a different tint. It's not very drastic. It doesn't look smoky or very dark. But when you put it side by side with a regular electric mirror glass, it is a little bit darker. The reason I bring that up is because if you are doing a Savi in the bathroom, and they have other glass in the bathroom as well, it's something that you do have to bring up with that customer. Okay, but the reason they do this is because when the TV's on or when that computer's on in the smart mirror, you see it, but when it's off, it goes away completely. So you do not see. You can get right up to that thing, and you wouldn't be able to see where that TV is in that TV cover right there. Okay, so any questions about those? We good to move on? Okay, just let me know. And then we get into LED lighting technology. Here's another difference on imported mirrors versus electric mirror. Electric mirror was one of the last ones to come out with LED. LED was a new technology. They said it would last forever when it first came out. Then electric mirror was a little bit skeptical on that, so they still stuck with the fluorescent, and then you can add LED. It was very expensive to do if you want to do it custom. They didn't want to do it because they knew that it wasn't as good as people were saying, and then we realized that. So now they're saying that LEDs is about 52,000 hours or 50,000 hours lifetime. LEDs will last for a million hours, but it stops being usable light. You'll have to, the diodes in there, the light emitting diodes, what LED stands for, they'll still emit light for a million hours, but at some point in time, it'll take a microscope to be able to see that light. So it's non-useful light. So about 50,000 hours of useful light for LEDs. When they first came out, they started changing colors, pink and blues. And so it was a bad technology at the time. Now it's a good technology as anything, you know, you get better, it gets cheaper. So that's why electric mirror is with LED now, because it is good. But there are different efficiencies of LEDs. Like I said, you can call over to China and say, hey, I want you to make this mirror. They're going to go, yeah, I can make that for you. Then they're going to send you a price and you can order that mirror, but you don't have any idea about the efficiency of the LED. You don't have any idea about the glass quality. You have no idea. All you know is you got a mirror that looks the same as what you're trying to knock off, and you got a good price. That's what's going on with these other manufacturers that are out there getting knockoff mirrors. They don't know the quality. They don't know the efficiency of the LED. Electric mirror does. And why do you need to know the efficiency of the LED? Is because of that effective lifespan. So let's say that an LED is 70% efficient. So anywhere between 70 and 90 is where electric mirror is on the efficiency of the LEDs. What that means is if you took that percentage times the lifetime of the LED, which let's say we'll use 50% just for math purposes here. I'm not the smartest out there. So 50% efficiency, 50,000 hours lifetime. At 25,000 hours, that's going to be the mid-degradation point. So that's going to mean that it's going to be half as bright as the day that they bought it. So 25,000 hours, 50,000 hours is about 5 years of time. So 25,000 hours is about 2.5 years. So in 2.5 years at 50% efficiency, you're going to be half as bright as the day you bought it. And then right after that, as soon as it hits that point, it's going to burn out 2/3 as fast as before it hit that mid-degradation point. It's consuming more energy to keep up the same light, and so it's going to burn out faster. So these knockoff mirrors can be anywhere from 20 to 40 to 50% efficient. Again, they have no idea. If you ask those guys how efficient are their bulbs, you have no idea. So the other good thing about electric mirrors is that there is a 7-year warranty. The other manufacturers, again, go ask them. I'm not making stuff up. I'm not telling you things that they wouldn't tell you themselves. Aptations, for example, the owner of Aptations was just a salesperson, I believe, that took over the company. She tells people, what do you do if it's past the 3-year period and the LED goes out or the driver stops working? Or she will say, do you throw it away and you buy another one? That's what they say. I'm not making it up. I'm not saying anything out there that's not out there already. That's what they say. Well, with electric mirror, for the lifetime of that mirror, you can replace everything inside that mirror. As you all know, I've shown you, hopefully you've seen, you can remove that glass from the chassis and fix everything inside that mirror. It takes about 20 minutes to replace everything. I can replace drivers, LEDs. The drivers are what goes out the most. That this has to do with, it can do with lightning and thunderstorms. There's a lot of different factors that can make drivers go out. So it will happen at some point. The good thing is it doesn't matter with electric mirror. I'll go out there and service mirrors. We can send people out there to service mirrors. Again, it doesn't take very long. They don't have to have an electrician come back out. It's going to be no expense to the homeowner for 7 years to get that mirror back to brand new. Now, after 7 years, even if they need to buy the drivers, if they need to buy the LEDs, they can still do that. It's not very expensive. I think around 40 to 50 bucks for a driver. LED strips, easy. We could send. I mean, you can get them from any lighting hardware store, really, or Amazon. I mean, so really, it's a lifetime mirror versus a throwaway mirror. That's what we're talking about here. So electric mirror is going to last a lifetime. You do pay a little bit more on the front end, but then you don't have any headaches in the long run. I tell people over a 7-year period, it's going to cost you more to get that knockoff than it is to spend the money now, because you're going to have electricians come out. If that does go out, even within that warranty period from those knockoff manufacturers, even within that warranty period, what they're going to ask you to do is one of two things. They're going to either say, okay, send that mirror back to us and we'll fix it for you. Electrician's got to come out, you take that mirror off the wall, you got to box it up, you got to get it back to them without breaking. Then they got to get it back to you without breaking. The electrician's got to come back out and put it back up. Or they're going to send you a brand new one, and even then, electrician's got to come back out and replace that. Electrician comes out one time for electric mirror, and that's to install it. Never has to come back out again. Okay. Moving on, dimming technology. We have two different types of dimming technology, one of which is called Keen. The other is called Ava. Keen is available on the silhouette mirror, and now the ALM mirror, which I'm going to talk about as well. This is where the lighting or the frosting goes all the way to the edge of the mirror. The reason we only did Keen on that is because we didn't think you need to. This isn't a great mirror for doing makeup, so we didn't think you needed to change the color temperature of the lighting. Now, I believe they can do it at a custom basis if somebody wanted to do it, but standard, you have that Keen button. And so what that is, it's a button on the mirror you see there on the left. You press it once, it comes on. You press it again, it goes to night glow, which is a very dim function, basically a night light for the bathroom. And then a third time is off. And then how you dim is you statically hold down the button, and it's what's called phase dimming. It'll gradually bring down the lighting until you get to the point you like, and then you let your finger off of that, and then it's at that point there. That's Keen. It's dimming only. The other technology is called Ava. This is available on all the other mirrors. Ava is color temperature changing and dimming. So you touch it once, it's going to come on at 2700 Kelvin or more of an orange light. You touch it twice, it's going to go to 4600 Kelvin or more of a white light. You touch it a third time, it's going to go to 6500 Kelvin or more of a blue light. You touch it a fourth time, it's going to go to night glow. A fifth time is off. I do want to bring up that color temperature is not brightness. So it's just the temperature of that lighting. A lot of times I get people that confuse the two, that they think that 6500 Kelvin is brighter than 2700 Kelvin. That's not true. It's just the color temperature, that like I said, orange, white, or blue, rather than brightness. Has nothing to do with the brightness. So the brightness can also be brought down. You can dim with this function as well. When you are on either 2700, 4600, or 6500, you statically hold down that button. It's going to bring down each one of those levels to the dimness that you would like. You statically hold it down. You lift up your finger, and you got it set at that brightness there. So any questions about that? I know I threw a lot at you there. Any questions about what I just went over? Okay. The next thing to talk about is the Savi Smart Mirror. This is the newest mirror from, should say newest technology from Electric Mirror. This is basically a computer inside your mirror. This is a full onboard computer. This is not an iPad on the wall, or this is not just a widget mirror, is what they call some others out there. This is a full onboard computer, very, very fast. It fully integrates with your whole home automation systems out there. I know this is getting to be more and more popular. A lot of people doing Lutron systems. This seamlessly integrates in those with just plugging it in. It's plug and play, basically. It is based on an Android system because most whole home automation systems, actually maybe all of them, are based on the Android system as well. And also it's a lot easier to work with than the iOS. Not to say that they're not going to look at that for the future, but as of now, it's Android based. You can load any apps on here that you would want in the Google App Store. It does come preset with some apps out there. You can connect your smart thermostats, your lights, your window coverings. You can use your Ring doorbell that can sync up to this mirror. Smart deadbolts, lights and security systems, fitness mirrors. I know that's something they got coming in the third, fourth quarter is a fitness mirror, actually. Just a wardrobe mirror with the Savi in it. Check your emails, check your calendar, look at Facebook, Instagram, Google Maps, everything that you can do on a computer, you can do on this mirror. It's all touch-based. You can speak to it. It's got voice command on it. So it really is the highest level of technology you can get in a mirror. And one point that I bring up to people to look at Savi for is not just the bathroom. I know that this is going to be for that person that went out and bought a flat screen TV when they first came out for $30,000, and now you can buy them for $300. You know, that's going to be the person that's going for this, the one that wants the latest and the greatest. And they may put it in the bathroom. But another way to bring it up to a customer is to look at it more for controlling that whole home automation. So when they do a whole home automation system, basically when they walk into their house, they're going to have an iPad on the wall that controls everything in the house. So instead of having that iPad on the wall, they could put a nice mirror up on the wall. Like we do have one that's called the Loft that doesn't have any lights in it. If they don't even want to do a lighted mirror, they can recess that into the wall. They can put a frame around it. Now you get a nice mirror when you walk in your entryway, but then it also controls your whole house. So it's a whole home automation control as well as a beautiful mirror on the wall when you first walk in. Just one idea. There's tons of ideas to use this out there, but that's an idea just to think about for your customers to bring up to them if you do know that they have a whole home automation system. So now we're going to get in some products. So we do have some new mirrors out there that they just launched. They are going to be launching some more new mirrors here in the third or fourth quarter as well. So keep a lookout for those, and we'll keep you updated on whenever those come out. The first one here is called the Aria. You could see that they've got nice rounded corners. The frosting's rounded as well. Kind of takes a little bit of that contemporary edge off as opposed to the square corners. This is like the Integrity mirror, except it's got the rounded corners on it. I do want to bring up while we're on this page as well about sizing and part numbers and everything. Hopefully you guys are good with this, but I'll bring it up. You always measure electric mirror width by height. Do not cross that up. You cannot turn the mirror sideways. Because the mirror is removable from the chassis, if you turn it sideways, it's probably going to fall off. So you have to measure width by height. Just keep that in mind. It tells you your shipping and handling right there. If it's small, medium, or large mirror, it gives you your base price and then your base price with AVA. Base price comes with everything. It comes with Diamond Clear. It comes with everything that used to be custom add-ons that you would have to go through and say, okay, add this, add this, add this. Now it's all included in the base mirror. The only thing you have to add is that AVA button or the Keen button if you want to do the dimming on the mirror itself. Dimming is available on all of the electric mirror mirrors, regardless if you have Ava or Keen, but it will be done on the switch if you do not do one of those buttons. So you'll do it on a dimmer switch on the wall. It tells you if you have it in stock or not right there. And then also on the model numbers, they made the model numbers very easy. It's just the first 3 letters of the name of the mirror dash the size. And then if you want to add that Ava, it's dash AE at the end. If you want to add Keen, I believe it's dash KG, which we'll see in a second if I'm right or not. Okay. There's the area. There's a nice action shot of it there. You can see how beautiful that is with the nice soft edges. Then they also came out with the Bella, which is, again, rounded corners. This is like the fusion style, only with the rounded corners on it. Just keep in mind the frosting's also got that rounding there. This is something, one of the reasons Electric Mirror came up with this is because it can't be knocked off, because they can't do this. They can't round the frosting. They may be able to round the edges of the mirror, but they cannot make it look like this on knockoff mirrors. So it's one of the reasons why. So if you quote these, you don't have to worry about one of those knockoff guys on the internet having something similar. So it is kind of a safety for knockoffs if you really get them liking these rounded corner mirrors. So there's the Bella. This is like the fusion style, but got the rounded corners and the rounded frosting there. Beautiful. Then we have the Eternity, which is a round mirror with the inset lighting, where the lighting or the frosting is inset from the edge of the mirror itself. Again, you can see the different sizes on this one. Since it is round, it's just ETE dash the diameter of the mirror dash 30 or 36. You could tell it's oval if it has 2 different sizes there. So the oval would be that 21 by 30 width by height there. So that's where the part numbers come in there, and the sizing for round mirrors comes. There's a nice shot of that. Beautiful mirror. Then here's the ALM Ear. This is like the silhouette. This has got the rounded edges as well. So the frosting's all the way to the edge. You can see a nice shot there. People are really loving this mirror. Again, got the soft edges to it like the silhouette mirror, but just the soft edges there. So the frosting goes all the way to the edge. Same thing with the silhouette. This is going to be a dual illumination or mostly backlit mirror, 65% backlit, 35% front forward facing. Fusion mirror. We've had this one out for a while. 2 light bars on the side. You can see a nice shot there. Then the Integrity. This is one of our, if not the most popular mirror that Electric Mirror sells, also the most knocked off mirror out there. So you really got to get a customer understanding the differences between the knockoffs versus Electric Mirror if you're going to sell a mirror like this. But we do have the most sizes available in standard because it is the most popular. With any of the mirrors out there with Electric Mirror, we can do them custom. So I'm sure you all know that already, but I just wanted to point that out again. There's some Integrity beauty shots there. Then we have the Novo, which is just frosting on the 2 sides. We can also do the frosting on the top and the bottom. They used to have that in their book as a standard. They took it away because it wasn't a big seller for them, but we could still do it. Again, we can do anything custom. And something like that they've done before is really not that expensive. And what Electric Mirror is good at is, let's say that you need a specific size in the Integrity, and they've never done that size before, ever. Well, then they have engineering costs that goes along with that. So that's when it gets to be very pricey. Well, what they're good at doing is giving you options. Hey, if you want that exact size, here's your price for that exact size. But here are some sizes we've done that are close. So here's your price for that. So you can go back to your customer and say, here's the price if we want to do that exactly, because we got to engineer that from scratch. But here's some that are close. It may save you a little bit of money. What do you want to do? So we'll give you some options there if there are options to have. So hopefully that helps you out with your customers. Then there's the Radiance there with the, again, the 45-degree angle lighting on the frame. There's the brushed silver frame, and then you can see the matte black frame that they've added. Okay, none of those are in stock in matte black because it is brand new. They're kind of trying to see how it does out there and which ones are popular and everything, but I'm sure they're going to bring those into stock soon. There's a nice beauty shot of the matte black. This will look beautiful with a matte black faucet, matte black P-trap, and stops and everything from Jack Lowe, of course. So beautiful, beautiful accent piece on the mirror. Then there's the Serenity. Serenity's backlit lighted mirror only, like we talked about. So there's those sizes there. Nice little beauty shot. The silhouette, frosting all the way to the edge. Beauty shot there. And then the Trinity, which is the frosting all the way to the edge on the round mirror. Now this one does have a diffuser, so you don't see actually behind the mirror. It does have a diffuser on the side of it. So this one does send light more forward than the silhouette even, but it is still, I would say, mostly a backlit mirror. It's going to be closer to half and half, but it's a little bit mostly a backlit mirror there because of that diffuser. And on at the end of every section here, I know you guys get all the time in the world to read stuff, you know, but if you do have a little bit of time, there's not that many questions. They do have frequently asked questions. You ask, you read these pages here, you become a lighted mirror expert. It's really all the questions that are going to come up. Now we get into the TV mirrors. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these, but I'll just go through the different ones we have and the different options. So we do have two different TV sizes options, a 15.6 inch and a 21.5 inch TV, smaller and a bigger TV. Now it does come standard with the TV center in the center of the mirror, 4 inches up from the bottom, and on the integrity style, which is right there, it comes 5.5 inches up from the bottom because it has that light bar at the bottom. So that's what's standard. Now, again, they can do anything they want. So they can put that TV wherever they want. Then it would just be a custom on a custom basis. So we'll just have to get a price for that. But they can do it if they're concerned. There's your options again, 15.6, 21.5, different sizes. There's your TV mirrors there. So and there's the ones with lighting. Then we have the one without lighting called Loft. There's a picture of that there. And then lastly, the silhouette. We have that one as a lighted mirror TV as well. Okay, any questions on the mirror TVs? Okay. Going on to Savi. Here's where your Savi comes in. So there's, I know I went over this in the beginning. Hopefully you all understand. There is a 1-year warranty on the hardware. That's because that's what any computer is going to come with. Just because there is a chance that they can load something and then that would corrupt it. But the computer can be changed out in the back. It doesn't take very long to do. Again, everything is fully serviceable, so they can change that out no matter how long in the future. They can upgrade that computer in the back there. But the drivers and the LEDs and everything is going to come with a 7-year warranty still. So there's your fusion style on the Savi. 2 light bars on the side. The integrity Savi, light bars all the way around. Then you have your Loft. Again, this is the Loft. The Loft is not like the Serenity. It's not backlit. It's no lighting at all. Again, a good if that mirror was recessed in the wall right there, and then a frame was around that, you would have no idea that that's a smart mirror. And then when you walk by it or when you touch it, then it's going to come on and be a smart mirror they can use to control their whole house or scroll Facebook and Instagram. Whatever they want to use it for. Again, super fast, really cool mirror, latest technology. If you have any questions about it or how to sell it, please let me know. Here's some questions answered right here in the back. Again, frequently asked questions. That should answer a lot of those questions you may have for you. Then we get into medicine cabinets or mirrored cabinets. I won't spend a lot of time on these. These are very high quality. They come with GFCI receptacles, USB. They've got lights on the inside, they're reflective on the inside. You can pick left or right hand hinge. So here's your different options. So they're very high quality medicine cabinet or mirrored cabinets. But here's your options. You've got the ambiance, which is like the integrity lighting all the way around. Then you have the ascension, which is like the fusion, 2 light bars on the side. Now the ascension there, you can see does have that button on there that has that keen button. So it can dim this one as well. So you do have that button on this one. We offered one with and one without. You see that there in that picture. And then we have the simplicity, which is just a mirrored cabinet, no lights on it at all. Okay. There are spiffs for selling these. There's some good spiffs for mirrored cabinets. I think you get $50. And then any custom mirror you do, you get $60 And then if you sell a Savi smart mirror, I think you get $60 as well. So if you don't have that Spiff form, please.
That form?
Yeah, I can send it to you. Just if you'll send me an email, if you can do it right now, I can send that. I can respond and send that right over to you. Okay. So there's the mirrored cabinets, and then makeup mirrors. Makeup mirrors are, I'll be honest with you, Electric Mirror does not manufacture their makeup mirrors. This is something they do import. Now they are good quality, but it's not something that Electric Mirror makes. So they do have a limited offering as far as makeup mirrors go, but they do have an offering. They are some lighted, so they do have wall mount. They have countertop mount. Only in brushed nickel and polished chrome as of now. I believe they are going to add some finishes here soon that you'll see coming out. They're going to add some new styles. They're going to make a chargeable one so you can take it off the wall and still have the lighting on it. So there's some new stuff coming with the makeup mirrors this year as well. So we'll add that to your book when we get it. But you can see the different options we have. And there's the contour that's no lighting. It's a cool look. The elixir, the square. And then that palette, which is just a wall mounted there. So there's your makeup mirrors. Okay, there's some questions there too. Then the wardrobe mirrors. So there's your fusion wardrobe mirror, which some of your locations, I can't remember if you have it in Fort Worth or not. I know some other locations have it. Nice full length mirror, 2 light bars on the side, like I said, fusion style. This one's beautiful for closets. You can add Ava to it to do the color changing, color temperature changing. Beautiful, transforms a closet. But we also now added the Integrity wardrobe mirror back into the line. We actually took that out of the line in the last price book because a designer said as a fashion faux pas to have a light bar go across your legs, which still may be true, but we got asked for it enough where they brought it back into the price book as a standard. So now that is an option as well. The wardrobe mirror with the light bar going all the way around. Okay. Then we get into fog-free mirrors. I sell one of these every single day out there. This should be something you bring up. Pay attention to very clean-shaven guys. Pay attention to bald guys. Bald guys meaning they shave their head. Those guys are shaving every single day or every couple days, and they like to shave in the mirror or shave in the shower. Fog-free mirror is definitely something to bring up with them. A few different options and sizes. You can see we have the Acclaim with the light bars, like the Fusion with the 2 light bars on the side. The largest size there that we have comes with a downlight, which means there's going to be lighting on the bottom of the mirror as well. So if they build in a cubby hole there, it'll actually light up that cubby hole below. That's on the biggest size there. So 3 different sizes for that with the light. Then we have the Aqua, which is no lighting. I sell one of these every single day. It's strictly a fog-free mirror for shaving in the shower, but I sell one every single day. There we go. It's beautiful. Something to bring up to your customer. I mean, they may not even think about it, but just bring it up. And then last but not least, we have the TV cover. This is the Eclipse TV cover. So in the past, Electric Mirrors had what they call entertainment TVs, and they still have them. You can still find them on the website. I can still get you a price, but I actually just priced one out not too long ago, maybe a month ago, and it was $20,000 net. So that was for a TV plus the mirror. It's all integrated into one piece. The mirror's epoxy to the TV. So the drawbacks of that are super expensive. It is the TV that they want, that the Electric Mirror has. You can't choose the TV on it. And then once that TV goes bad, or once the TV, it gets old and you want to replace the TV, you can't. You gotta buy a new one, which is again super expensive. So they got rid of those on the residential side because the owner just hates doing them. Every single time they do one, it's a lot of engineering costs and everything that he never recoups. So they came up with a different way. So now they have a TV cover. So now this can be used on any flat screen wall mounted TV that the customer already has. As long as it's wall mounted and it's flat screen, they can put a TV cover on it. So it's going to turn any flat screen wall mounted TV into a mirror TV. It's easy to install. It hangs on the actual mount for that TV, not hanging on the TV itself. It's a solid piece. It's very, like I said, very easy to install. I've installed some of these myself in showrooms for display. Looks beautiful. It's something to bring up more for dining areas or bedrooms. Again, keep in mind there is going to be a little glare if it's really bright in the room. So it's maybe not best for the living room or their main TV that they watch every single day or during the daytime. But I'm going to actually use one for my bedroom, for above my fireplace in my bedroom. I've got a TV up there. I don't want it to look like a TV. I want it to look like a mirror during the day. When people come in, I want them to see a mirror up there. But then at night, before bed, when I'm watching TV, I can turn it on. And at night, you're not going to ever run into the glare issue. You're going to see it perfectly fine. You're going to see a crisp TV. But again, when it's off, you see a mirror. When it's on, you see the TV. So these are the TV covers. Excellent option. Very inexpensive to make it a TV mirror. Just something else that you can offer to your customers that they may not even thought of. So those are the Eclipse TV covers. Any questions on those? Okay. So here's some shots. So these are some real life shots of installations on those. So the new product section right here, you can maybe notice that it is blank in the back, but this is where we're going to add all those things that they have coming up. So we will add to that new product section there. Now, something I did want to bring up as well is Cordova. I want to go over that really quick, just really fast. If I can get it to pull up. Come on. There we go. So this is Cordova. So Cordova is basically, if you don't know already, Cordova is basically the knockoff version of Electric Mirror that Electric Mirror did themselves. So it is an Electric Mirror product, but it is more of a knockoff price point. So the good thing is it's still American made. It's not reclaimed glass. It's not Chinese glass. There's only a few differences as far as this goes. There's only a 5-year warranty. There's one strip of high output LED as opposed to 2 strips of high output LED. You really wouldn't notice. There is a little bit of a brightness difference, but you wouldn't notice unless they're side by side. So you cannot customize these. There's no AVA or Keen available on these, so it can be dimmed on a lighting switch on the wall, but that's really the main differences. I mean, if you ask me personally, I mean, if you're looking for your own personal house and you want to save a little bit of money, there ain't no reason why you can't go with Cordova. So Cordova is a good mirror to go to if the price point does become an issue. So I'm going to go through a few of these. Now, it doesn't take very long to go through these. So there's the Celestino. The Celestino is like the silhouette with the frosting all the way to the edge. 36 by 36 is all they offer now. They will be adding to this line. As of now, on the price, so the good thing about the new book with Electric Mirror, you don't have to worry about that tariff. It's just, here's your list price, take your net, you got your price. With Cordova, you still do have that tariff, that 15% tariff. That has to do with they do outsource the chassis and the electronics to China. So that's where that 15% comes in. When they redo this book, then you're not going to have to worry about that, which they will be. They're working on that right now. So the Celestino is like the silhouette. It's about a third of the price. You can see that list price there is $669, as opposed to, I think, same for silhouette is like $1,700. So you can see it is a big savings on money, but you get what you pay for again. Not as many benefits. There's a beauty shot of that. Then we have the Charisma, which is like the Fusion, 4 different sizes there. There's a beauty shot of that. You can see the frosting is thinner. Then if you get the Fusion, the reason why they do that is because it's like putting your finger over a garden hose. The thinner you make that frosting, the brighter that light is going to look. So not as much spot for getting diffused. So it's gonna look brighter even though the light is not as bright behind it. So it is very it is optical illusion there. So you do get a bright light coming out of there, but that's because the frosting is thinner. So that's like the Fusion, and then the Unity, which is like the Integrity. And again, frosting's thinner, but it's still a beautiful mirror. Good price point. It is something to bring up to customers if pricing does become an issue. Okay. So there's a quick little overview of Cordova. Any questions on anything? Any questions on electric mirror, Cordova? We good to go? I covered everything? I guess so.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I'll go ahead and end it. I thank you all so much for being on.